Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are a brand new viewer. It is a pleasure to have you here. I am Sulani Sim, and I hope that you're having a wonderfully sunny and blessed day. This is kind of an impromptu video. Did not plan to do one of these. I actually planned to do a silent gameplay video because I haven't done one since I started the channel back in May. So I was gonna do that, but now I'm not because I kind of want to update you guys on some stuff with my Simself. Since the Nature's Calling event, I've just have been having a hoot of a time playing with my Simself in Henford on Bagley. Just kind of living like a more glamorized version of my IRL life because I do hobby homesteading, but it's not nearly as clean and like convenient, I think, like it is made out to be in The Sims. It's quite easy to do farming and hobby homesteading in The Sims because 'tis a virtual game. But in real life it's much harder and dirtier. So yeah, there's a lot of updates that I wanted to fill you guys in on, so I figured I'd probably just do like a small little current household like gameplay, I guess, is technically what's going on here, because I'm literally just playing her anytime I'm not playing in my legacy, Very Veggie Legacy save, or my little strange let's play. I'm in this save just hanging out, and it's been a real time. It really has. So we're gonna jump right into live gameplay. I'm gonna fill you in on some updates. There's a really big update too that I want to share with you guys. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out and do like a little day in the life of my Simself in Henford. Okay, it's currently like 8 a.m. Sim time. Jade has just woken up from sleep. She kind of slept in a little bit later than I would have liked, but that's okay. She is gonna be doing some vacuuming because it's a little dusty up in here. But one update that I wanted to share with you guys is that you may have noticed there are 2 additional members added. These are 2 of my in real life dogs, Esther and where's Atlas? Is he in my room? Yeah, he is. This is very on brand for him too. So he's chilling upstairs asleep. Esther is asleep, and I think Briscoe is also tuckered, so he might be somewhere around here asleep too. But yeah, so she's just gonna do some vacuuming really quick. I think once she's done with that, we will try to fill up her needs. I would really like to get into town at around 10, so hopefully we can make that happen. She's gonna make herself some plain waffles too. There is a couple of things in the garden that I want her to tend to. Number 1 being the weeds. It looks like that we've got some weeds growing right now, and she also needs to spray for bugs, so hopefully she can finish making some waffles soon. We do have some plants that need to be harvested as well, so I think I'll have her weed all, and then we will take a moment to collect some honey, bond with our bees, maybe even harvest all of our vegetables. But I wanted to show y'all. They're stinky right now, but I got some mini goats. I don't have mini goats IRL, but I do want to have some goats at some point, once I kind of figure out the logistics of that in real life. I've never taken care of goats before, so I don't know if they're extremely hard, but I've heard that they're not as needy as other livestock animals, so I wouldn't mind getting a couple in real life. But this is Goaty McGoatface. Didn't name them. This is a default name, and this is Blueberry, and I kind of like the names. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll also clean Goaty, and then we'll also clean Blueberry. I think, okay, so my queue's full right now, so she's working it. Oh Lord, she didn't go to the bathroom. Okay, hang on, I'm gonna help you out, girl. I thought she got waffles. Did I imagine that? Oh, nice. Okay, so it does look like we've got a large pet poop in our inventory, which, you know what? Love to see. Can we use that as fertilizer? Because it makes sense that you should be able to use that as fertilizer. But perhaps you can. I think you can use horse manure as fertilizer, but I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've played with the horses because mine always kind of bug out a little bit on me, and it gets a little scary sometimes when you see your horse decide to walk like a human. I don't enjoy that particularly. So once she finishes with her chores, I'm gonna have her eat some brekkie, and then we're gonna head to town because amongst the additions to both the farm livestock and the household, there's a new big thing that I had her do. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. So we are officially in the little town. Is this Finchwick? Is that what the town is actually called? I don't know. I always refer to it as Sims Cotswolds. Cotswolds is actually a bucket place list for me that I've always wanted to visit. Just a little chit chat. Like for places for me to visit is more of like a literary vacation sort of thing, like a literary tour of like some of my favorite authors that are from abroad. And even though I can't think of any authors that are from necessarily the Cotswolds that I enjoy, but I guess in the vein of it being in England, um, I've always wanted to visit here, even though I've always heard people say there's not really much to do. It's more of a shopping thing than anything else. I think it's just the general vibe and the cute cottages, obviously. But anyway, enough rambling. I had my Simself buy a bakery. It's like a bakery coffee shop thing. Let's just say she got a very generous loan that she will never have to pay back to anyone. Just sort of, happened to just fall into her bank account. Who knows? Maybe somebody made the wrong deposit and the bank is like, you know what? Finders keepers. So I built this bakery for her. I would put it on the gallery if y'all were interested in it, but it is filled to the brim with custom content. So if I did that, I'd have to kind of go back over it and do like in-game equivalents to it. But I don't know, to be honest, I think it's not super special. Like it's not, that anyone would be like, "Oh, I have to have that." It's just something that I literally put together and I wasn't looking at a blueprint, so there are some things about it that I don't like. But for the purposes of, being a little small business for my sim self, I think it works out beautifully. So I really like it. Her small business, which I've not opened yet, we're gonna do that for the first time here, um, on this video, is called Cozy Crumbs. And yeah, it's called Cozy Crumbs. There were some issues at first when I opened this. I'm just giving you guys a forewarning for people who are may not have ventured into getting a small business for your Sims and it not be on the same lot that your Sims live in. Obviously, my lot is way too small to accommodate a whole bakery coffee shop thing. So that's why I created it in town. It kind of took some finagling to actually get her to have this as a business. And this also was kind of glitched at first because Cozy Crumbs was actually showing up as like an unowned thing, or it was like showing up even though this lot was named Cozy Crumbs and it was technically typed as a small business from like when you go into build mode and you set like what type of lot this is and you you have it as small business, it literally had generic lot or something on it, like something along the lines of generic lot or generic business, something along those lines, and it did not have Cozy Crumbs on it, even though in build mode it's labeled as Cozy Crumbs. So that was a bit confusing, but I think I managed to fix it. Like I said, it was some finagling, but you know what? We got it done, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So, just a little description of the business. It says, "Welcome to Cozy Crumbs. Enjoy our delicious baked goods and get cozy with a cup of coffee and one of our used book selections." So, essentially, what this is kind of like a dream. It's like a dream, but it's not like a ambition of mine. Like to have like a business like this, it would just be like really cool to have one. Do you know what I mean? Like if I had the resources, it would be like, oh yeah, I do this too. Um, this is kind of like a farm to table, or is supposed to be a farm to table bakery where you can purchase baked goods and also like kind of small meals like breakfast meals and lunch meals is what my idea would have been for it. Ideally, she would have gotten here at around 10, but because it took her forever to finish her chores at home, she didn't get here till like almost 2. And on top of that, the time for The Sims to me goes by really fast. Some people don't think so. Some people will like say like it's just too slow, and I'm thinking, buddy, not for me. I can never get everything that I want to get done in The Sims. It's just I don't know. But anyway, the other night IRL when I was creating this cafe, I had her do some baked goods, and I'm going to show you guys this in a minute. These are all modded. Um, these are all modded foods, and I was really inspired by Ocean Sims. She did like a little update of her. I think it's kind of like a current household, but they're based in Nordhaven, and the girl, I think her name is oh, I'm gonna butcher it, but if you watch her, then just go check that out. She runs like a little bakery, and I think that she has like the same mod. It's called the Granny's Old Cookbook, and I think it's by Little Bo Bub. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get that mod. I don't know, I've not had this, so I was really excited to get it. I am gonna go ahead and open it because if I don't, then I'm gonna keep rambling, and it's gonna be like 3. And nobody's gonna want to come get breakfast food or even like cakes and stuff when it's like almost dinner. So anyway, I installed that mod, and I also think I'm gonna have my Simself prep some ingredients and things. I've got some stuff in my inventory I could put into the refrigerator. Great, that's awesome. I just love getting last exceptions. Why is this bugged? There's nothing in here. I'll fix that in a second. Let me put these things inside of the refrigerator lest they spoil. But anyway, I saw that and I was like, I must get that. Like, I'm so excited. I want to get that for real, for real. And so I just had her bake a bunch of different things that I thought would be appropriate for the shop. And I'll let you guys meet the employees that I've hired in just a second. So our first employee is Miss Cecilia Kong. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. It could be Kang, but she came with the cottage living EP. She's actually a townie from here, and I just thought she was so cute. And I met her, or my sim self met her, at one of the Finchwick fairs, and they kind of hit it off really nice. And so once I opened up the small business, or once I knew that I was going to, I immediately hired her. I thought she would be a good fit. Her job duties are to basically man the coffee counter, and she also is supposed to do customer service work, so just do some networking and stuff with any persons that come in into the bakery. And what else does she do? I think I have her assigned to clean stuff. And then the other employee, this gentleman here, this is, I think his name's Herbert. Oh, that's so awful. I'm such a bad employer. Uh, yeah, Herbert Myers. He is just like a random gallery sim. He came with like a bunch of, um, like townies, random townies off the gallery that I got to put into Henford because I noticed like I think probably week 2 of playing in the Nature's Calling event, a lot of the townies were where are you going? No, stop that. Go back to work. You were supposed to be the example. Oh my goodness. I'm maybe I should have her cook something because my gosh. And already Herbert is not doing his job. What the heck? Let us have her make a dessert. I have not gone through all of these, but they're just so many. So many. I am just giddy with it. I like food. And so seeing like my Sims having these delicious things to eat is just so fun. I love it. Um, but anyway, uh, I I noticed that there were a lot of townies I think dying off because I couldn't find some of them, so I had to kind of re-inhabit Henford because everyone was just not here anymore. So a little tour. I know I'm all over the place, but this is the entrance, and I don't think I finished my thought, but the oh, and see, this is another one that I got off the gallery and I did a makeover on. She's actually so stunning. I do want to be friends with her. Not because she's pretty, but just because she seems really nice. And then I also took the time to actually like redo her, so that's also another reason. But anyway, um, so this is like the entrance. The idea of this is to be mainly a bakery, but you can come in and have coffee and sit down and like fellowship with your friends or fellowship with fellow townies in Henford. If you go out this way, like I noticed that in a lot of English homes and establishments, there always seems to be like a conservatory attached to the building. We don't have a lot of those in America. I mean, unless you've purposely built it onto your home. But when this would have been popular, from what I know, as far as like researching, as far as like researching stuff with older homes, during the war, these types of conservatories that were attached to American homes were typically torn down, and the metals that were used to create them were sent to like factories that were like making stuff for the war effort. So not a lot of these sort of conservatories or greenhouses that are attached to older homes in America exist. And if you do have one, you're very lucky to have one. And don't tear it down. For the love of everything, don't tear it down. Keep it. But yeah, so out here, I have a little pergola, kind of a sitting area. And I thought my idea would be is that my Simself could also do some mentoring in art. She has skill level 6 in painting, so I thought that would be fun, but also like just if any creative townies wanted to come up here or come over here, get their coffee, get their little baked good, and just do some painting, I thought that would be a really nice spot. The kitchen, I have it sort of disconnected, so I know that Sims, like I know that the patrons that come into your small business should not come into places where it's, unallowed. But I just for the sake of not that not happening, I still wanted to create a separate space for the cooking part, like the kitchen part. And so yeah, I just did she make the stuff? I don't know, maybe she didn't. So yeah, I just wanted her to have like this separate kitchen space to do that with, and she mainly does the cooking like part. Like she essentially does the cooking, and I'll have her maybe mingle with some customers from time to time. But that's pretty much why I hired these folks, is to do all the other stuff so that she can just do the baking, because I like to bake. I think that would be really fun. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dog snoring up a storm. But yeah. Oh, and then upstairs, let me show y'all upstairs. I'm so sorry. If you go upstairs, it's kind of just a cozy reading. No, was he reading on the job? Herbert. Oh, this girl keeps calling me. You're supposed to be working. Don't curse. Don't use bad language here either. That's not a good look. Also, my Simself has the biggest crush on this man. I don't even know him. I don't even know him. Um, should I criticize his work? Let's just do it. I already praised Cecilia because she's working her little buns off downstairs, but he is just slacking, so please get it together. But anyway, the top floor is pretty much just additional seating. Very cozy. I do have a small seating nook area so that Sims could come and read. I wanted this, like the way I envisioned it is that the bookshelves here, do you guys know what like tiny libraries are? Comment down below if y'all use them. But in my small town, we have like tiny libraries at different public places, like at the park or post office and stuff. And essentially, how it works is that if you have an old used book that you're finished reading and you've enjoyed it, and you are fine with like essentially donating it, but not actually having the hassle of going to a donation center, you leave a book and then you take a book that's in the little library. And so that's what this would be. And there's two shelves. So I like to imagine that the people of Henfoot have contributed some of their reading material here and, exchanged it out and stuff like that. And yeah, they're just used books that people can come and read and enjoy some baked good. That's all that it is. Also, the payment system that I have for this, debated on like, should I put a ticket kiosk here? It doesn't really make sense to have it, but I mean, I think you have to have it in order to open up the small business. So there's just a one-time entry fee, and bless their hearts, they're also paying for this if they buy this, and if they also get coffee and stuff. So yeah, it's very expensive. I guess I could probably say that this kiosk, like the fee to enter into here, might be the painting fee. I don't know, like maybe you can come in and you pay, I think it's only 20 simoleons. So it's like if you come in and you're wanting to paint, then we'll supply you with all of your painting needs, like your paintbrushes, your canvas, everything. And you can just come and chill out and paint if you want, read if you want, eat if you want, whatever. So maybe that's what that entry fee is taking care of, the painting materials. But right now my sim is the only one that's painting, so it's like, what the heck? It looks like we got a pop-up too. The pop-up says growing renown. Cozy Crumbs received its first positive customer review. Oh, that's great! When customers visit, they leave with a positive, neutral, or negative review shown above them in live mode. To keep the reviews positive, consider these. Offer a variety of business activities, ensure customers are well tended, repair broken equipment promptly, keep the retail displays stocked, provide high quality services and goods, offer the occasional pricing discount, create a pleasant ambience with a tidy, well decorated venue, add music and heat sources for extra coziness. Well, okay. We do have the fireplace because it's currently fall, but it's like it's that time of the year that it's even though it's fall, it's still boiling, outside. So, I do have a fireplace, and I think my sim self is afraid of fire, which that's actually on brand for me too. I am afraid of fire. She's afraid of it because she actually had a fire in her house. For the stocked shelves, I planned on doing like canned goods, like preserves on these two shelves. I just added these in here. But I feel like these two things are pretty well stocked. So I shouldn't have to do anything with those. Oh, these are the things that she baked. I'm so sorry, girl. I didn't even see that you did these. I didn't recognize that she had finished it. So I'll go ahead and add them to the baker display, bake good display. And we'll go ahead and do some canning. So this is also part of the Little Bo Bubs mods, and it adds. There may be other things that you can get with it, but for now, I knew that I would do a lot of baked goods, so I just did the bread and canning options. Because I said in like my last Nature's Calling event episode that I've really been enjoying like doing all the canning recipes that I can do, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have her do that. We could make some tomato sauce since we have tomatoes in the refrigerator from our garden, so I may have her do that really quick. Um, she's reading, girl. She has no sense of like you are supposed to be cooking and stuff, girl. Like, come on, get it together. Herbert has pushed it in gear too, so he is doing his job now. I like this. I really do. I don't know if the station is actually picking up anything though. Um, I don't know why. Y'all let me know if y'all have had this issue, but I feel like some of my radio stations have not been working, and we'll do cottagecore music up here. Is it? Okay, I can kind of hear it. I think I'm just having a moment. Oh, hello. Little too loud. Let's, I don't want to get, like, banned or something on YouTube. Because I think some of the music that The Sims have is, like, copyrighted music, so I don't want to get in trouble. But for some reason, there was a couple of radios that were just not working, and so maybe that was a me thing. I don't know. Looks like she's doing some cleanup work, which, that's fine, but I would much rather her, like, try to get some canning done, at least before the day is over. It's already 7, almost 8 p.m. I think we'll have the shop open until 9. I think that's a good, decent time considering we didn't get here until like almost 2ish, maybe 3. Oh, look, she's buying some stuff. Yes, girl. Get those bagels with the cream cheese. You'll like them, I promise. Or get you some biscuits and honey. Yeah, that's a southern thing right there for you. I love biscuits and honey. I should bring some honey to the store too, since I've got bees at our home lot. I think that would be really good. Cecilia's doing a great job. You're doing such a good job, girl. I am very impressed. I really am. I really am. Who's that? He's kind of handsome. This guy right here, for a rando, for a random townie. You know how they be looking. Okay, it looks like she's making some tomato sauce. I think what I'll do once it gets like 9-ish and it's time to close. Oh, look, she's up here. What's her name? Elaine. Elaine French. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad she's having a good time reading. But anyway, I think once it gets 9 and I close down for the day, I will have my sim self prep some. Like, she left. She said, smart girl, smart. Don't just always be aware of your surroundings. Young ladies, big sis advice, be aware of your surroundings. Don't sit in anywhere that you might feel uncomfortable, okay? But anyway, I think once we close this down, I'm gonna have her work on some canned goods so that we can stock up this shelf because I would like to have some extra things to make extra money with. That will be great. Okay, so I've closed up Cozy Crumbs for the day. We were able to serve 6 customers and we have been open for 7 hours. And then this is our financial report. Of course, there's always going to be a $75 or I'm sorry, 75 simoleon opening fee. And then with the ticket sales for customers, we earned 138 simoleons. We sold 4 items, so for retail sales, that gave us a total of 262 simoleons, and then the revenue from the services is 140 simoleons. With the employee wages taken out, it leaves us with a net profit of 185, which I find okay. Like, it's fine considering considering that this whole establishment was created by money that she didn't have to begin with and she'll never have to pay back. I say it's a pretty good day. And it looks like we got 104 business renown points, which is fantastic. So it says we've got customer reviews, customer relationship, try doing some friendly interactions with your customers to improve your relationship with them. So I'll have her work on this, like, as she progresses in her business, of just creating that relationship, networking with her patrons that come in. That's a good idea. And then quality, it says your customers are very impressed by the high quality services and goods at your business. I'm excited about that. I think this could only account for the fact that my Simself gained the secret spice perk, which this also comes with the businesses and hobbies skill mastery perks, and I guess you can have up to 4. I don't know, I've not really done too much gameplay with this, but while she was cooking, she earned that, and I thought that was fantastic. And it says Jade's experience allows her to increase the quality of food and drink with just a dash of spice, and I did do that to some of the baked goods that are in the baker's display thing. So anyway, y'all can go home. Everything's over now. They're just still chilling. Oh no, but I gotta clean up this mess. Dang. Do you want to help me clean? Probably not. Are you stuck? I hope not. Let's clean up everything really quick. Because if you stay, then you gotta help do something, buddy. You can't just chill and look out the window for free. I'm just kidding. I would never be like that. If you want to look out the window, that's fine. I think this sim is stuck. Who is this? Imran Watson? I think they are stuck, but I don't want to... We'll see what happens in a second. If they're still there, then I'll of course do something to help them, but right now she is doing some closing work. When I was a teen, I used to work for, like, in food, and it was fast food, so, like, it wasn't like this. It wasn't like, oh wow, this is so whimsical and cozy, because let's be honest, there's really nothing quite glamorous about working in the food industry if you work in a franchise. So there's always your closing tasks that you have to do, and I think that's what she's doing right now. It's almost 10 p.m. Fortunately for her, the dogs at home are doing well. I wish that there was like a way, you know how you can call babysitters for sim children? I wish you could call dog sitters for your dogs so that they're not alone while you're away. I think that would have been a really nice thing to have on, like, I think that would have been nice to have for the cats dogs thing. So I'm gonna have her make up some more canning goods and then we shall head home. Okay, my Simself is back at her cottage. My little virtual dogs are all like, girl, where have you been? Which is so on brand for them in real life. And it looks like Esther's having a difficult time. Oh, she needs to use the restroom. Okay, go use the restroom, girl. That's so on brand for all three of these dogs because they are very high anxiety. They just are. I love them to death, but they are. Anyway, she's back at home. It's 2 a.m. sim time. It took me forever to finish canning, but then I also had a few other things to clean up in the bakery. And then I also wanted to do a little vacuuming because you can vacuum your space too. And so I was like thinking, well, I don't want my bakery to be dusty. So yeah, I did all that. I think I'm gonna put some of the mushroom conserve that I made because I've not used it at home. And then when I get ready to go back to work, I'll put those for sale too. So far, I thought at the bakery I've made, um, and I should also take the honey too. This is the first time I've had like normal quality honey. Most of the honey that my bees have produced have been poor, unfortunately. So, anyway, what I was saying is I had her make tomato sauce, which I think y'all were present for that. And then I had her make strawberry jam and some custard. So I think having like one shelf for savory preserves and then one for sweet preserves would be ideal. I'm just gonna have her kind of fill up her needs and head straight to bed because she is so tired. Um, I don't know how she should do the scheduling when it comes to running the small business because, like, good grief. Like, good grief. It it takes forever to just get things done around your little sim house, and then to also have to go to work too. You might not get everything done in time, so that feels very realistic, a little too realistic if you ask me. So yeah, petting Esther. No, we need to go to bed. She'll be fine. Petting Atlas. Oh my goodness. She's then got in the trap, the little furry friend trap. They're all like, wait, before you go, just one more little scratch, please. Alright, so she's gonna head straight to bed.